What do you do when the life you carefully built begins to unravel without warning? Not slowly, not gently, but in a way that makes you question everything you thought was secure. Most people believe faith is easy when life is calm, when routines are predictable and the future looks stable. But real faith, the kind that reshapes a person, is revealed in the moments no one prepares you for. Long before our modern world learned to wrestle with sudden loss and silent waiting, there lived a man named Job, and what he endured would challenge the very foundation of human strength. At first, the changes came with the kind of shock that leaves the mind struggling to keep up. News reached Job in heavy waves, each report carrying weight that no one is ever fully prepared to absorb. The stability he had known for years did not fade gradually. It seemed to collapse piece by piece in rapid succession. The rhythm of ordinary days was replaced by a silence that felt unfamiliar and deeply unsettling. If you have ever experienced a season where problems seem to arrive all at once, you understand the strange disorientation that follows. It is not only the loss itself that shakes you, it is the speed of the change. As the reality of his situation settled in, Job entered the phase that many people find most difficult. The long, quiet space after the initial shock fades. This is the part of hardship that rarely gets attention. The world often focuses on dramatic moments, but the deeper emotional battle usually happens in the silence that follows. Job wrestled honestly with what he was facing. He was human, and the weight of sudden loss pressed heavily against his thoughts and emotions. Questions surfaced. Confusion lingered. The future no longer looked as predictable as it once had. What Job could not fully see in the middle of his trial was that the season testing him was also shaping him. Waiting seasons often feel empty while we are inside them, but they are rarely without purpose. In the quiet stretch where progress feels invisible, endurance begins to deepen and perspective begins to sharpen. Over time, the man who once stood in visible stability was being refined in ways comfort alone could never produce. Job's journey reminds us that delay and difficulty are not always signs that something has gone wrong. Sometimes they're the very places where lasting strength is formed. Years later, when Job's life began to move forward again in visible ways, people could have easily focused only on the outcome. But Job understood something that only those who have walked through long seasons of uncertainty truly grasp. He knew about the nights when answers felt distant. He knew about the days when faith had to be chosen, not felt. And if his story offers one quiet message to anyone listening today, it is this: do not rush the season that is building your endurance. What feels like delay right now may actually be preparation in disguise.
So if your life feels slower than expected right now, take heart. You may not be falling behind. You may be in a season that is quietly strengthening you for what lies ahead. The waiting may feel uncomfortable. The silence may feel confusing. But growth often happens in places where progress is not immediately visible. Stay steady, stay faithful, and trust that what is being built beneath the surface will reveal itself in time.